Right now, we're all doing our best to make sure our money stretches, and there is a simple home fix that could do just that. Rugh from Truly Nolen is here to fill us all in. Greg, how are you doing this morning?
Doing good, and you?
I'm very good, thank you very much. There's going to be a lot of people at home, I'm sure, are going to be very into, like, their ears are going to be pricking right now. So we're talking about tap insulation.
Okay.
What is it, first and foremost?
TAP is actually an acronym. It's going to stand for Thermal, Acoustical, and Pest Control. The thermal quality of it is the type of insulation. There's two main types of insulation out there. There's fiberglass and loose-base cellulose. Loose-base cellulose is probably the best, lasts the longest, gives you the densest quality, is going to give you your highest insulation rating and keep the heat in the house, heat or cooling in the house. The acoustical part of it is, again, due to its denseness, it does help reduce, if you live near an airport, helicopter sounds, any noises coming from above. And then, of course, the most important part to me is the pest control part. It's a product that's been infused with borate, so it does take care of most of your pests. It's going to kill it. Borate's kind of an industrial salt type product. Mm-hmm. It doesn't actually kill rodents, but it does burn their eyes, burns their skin, and it makes it a very inhospitable environment.
Okay, so let's break this down step by step, because there's many different components to this that make it super effective for homeowners. So the first part is the homeowner's energy footprint. How does it help to reduce that?
Providing you have the proper insulation. Now, there's R ratings on your insulation, which is going to be relating to the type of insulation in combination with the depth of it. Providing you're at an R38 or above on your insulation, it's just going to help save your heating and cooling costs. The other thing is the way your air conditioners run on continual cycles all day long. If your house is properly or overly insulated, if you can cut 1 minute off of every run cycle on your air conditioner, you're actually adding 2 or 3 years of life to the end of it.
Right. And the second thing, obviously, where you guys specifically come in with this and what makes it so helpful is it protects against pests. So
correct.
What pests does it protect against, and how does it do that?
Okay, well, like I said, it's infused with a borate, which is like an industrial salt, which is the high content of the salt is going to kill most of your insects right off the bat. Scorpions, it takes a little more time. They have an ectoskeleton. It relies on their self-grooming, but it will get to them as well. And again, like I said, with rodents, with the salt content, it just burns their eyes, burns their skin, and it's an environment they just don't want to be in.
Yeah, but we're talking about, heat cycles and insulation. Obviously, we're heading towards winter. We're in the Christmas period right now. What is it that homeowners should be on the lookout for with regards to pests and their activity during this time of year, and what can they do to protect themselves against it?
Well, one of the main things you can do to protect yourself, when they built the houses in this town, a lot of them went up so fast. There are a lot of gaps, cracks, and entry points along the bottom perimeter of the house. We're finding it's a key entry point for rodents and scorpions, as well as a lot of other pests. But when the weather gets cold, you're primarily seeing rodents and scorpions are the ones that really want to enter your house and get out of the cold. So just having your house inspected by somebody that knows what they're doing, can find these cracks and entry points for us, is probably one of the best ways that you can protect. And with if they're getting in on the bottom perimeter through the house, once they get into your walls, the only place they can get out is your attic, and that's when they start searching around, which is where the tap insulation then becomes very instrumental.
Yeah, so trick at home, don't hide your Christmas gifts in the attic right now, if that's what you're thinking about doing. Are there any signs people should look out for various pests, like signs they leave that they've migrated into someone's,
Well,
home?
of course, you'll see a lot of times they get into your pantry, they'll chew into boxes, they'll chew into this, but you'll see droppings, you'll see a lot of times rodents will like to take candy wrappers or shiny stuff and start, if you're finding them collecting under a piece of furniture. Of course, there's the obvious things such as scratching, lights not working anymore, plumbing leaking through your roof, or a couple of the obvious ones. But also there's, like I said, just they love dog food. They'll go after dog food. Look at your stuff in your pantry if you're seeing chew marks and stuff get through there. They also gravitate towards the kitchen. You'll find them behind stoves, or behind dishwashers and refrigerators, just trying to find a water source.
And just quickly before we finish up, are there any tips and tricks for viewers at home that they can implement before needing to call you guys out, or things they can do in preparedness before getting in touch with Truly Nolen?
Well, if it's just a matter of being preventative, like I said, just not leaving doors open. Don't leave a lot of people have a tendency to leave the garage door open 2 or 3 inches. Don't do that. That's one of the key entry points. Just making sure everything is sealed. Doggy doors is another key entry point. So if maybe make it a little higher off the ground, or keep it closed when the dog doesn't need to use it. Just making sure the house is sealed.
Let's end on a more positive note. You guys have an ongoing partnership with Opportunity Village that happens
Correct.
this time of year. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Every year year. We do a big Christmas tree out there. We decorate it, and we donate a lot of our time and get out there and just help the Opportunity Village experience be what it is.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'm sure the pests definitely keep away from that when they see those shirts as well. But
Telling you.
thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Hey, my pleasure.
Guys, Truly Nolen is a proud partner of Opportunity Village, and you can visit the magical forest from now until December 31st to learn more about tap insulation, Truly Nolen, or to arrange a visit from one of their pest control experts. Visit trulynolen.com.